Hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, have you seen or heard of the scathing reviews of Meghan Markle's part 2 of season 1? She's just getting dragged huge. So my question is, why did Netflix allow this? This wasn't season 2. This was part 2 of season 1. If they knew it was going to be so bad, why are they hanging her out like this? Like, seriously, why didn't they just can it and be done with it? And why was there this need to announce part 2 of season 1 when part 2 is even worse than season 1? Apparently she didn't even crack the top 100, or I can't remember. Anyways, it's really, really bad. Really bad. The reviews are really bad. She's been called all kinds of derogatory names. You know, of course she has her fans. I think it's absolutely fabulous. And she really does think she's Martha Stewart. Ooh, Guardian. No one's looking after her. Great death. She's very shallow. Injustice. This is a justice is being served. So what's behind this? Because Netflix seems to be rah, Reagan and as ever. And what's going on? Why did they post it? Like, they knew it would get terrible reviews. Like, they knew. But is this the case of there's no such thing as bad publicity? I don't know. Follow that car. Follow the lead. I think the cards are ready. I think they're telling me they're ready. Let's just read already. Shall we begin? The perfect sandwich. Contentment. Is this the perfect ending? So the perfect sandwich. So the beginning was one, and then this is the end, and now what was ever in between, polo, I don't know, part 1, all of it. So now they've kind of just, they've bookended this. Desire. Ooh, was it their desire to make her look like a fool? Surprise villain. Is Netflix the surprise villain? Whenever we're talking about Netflix and I see a card with a red in it, I always wonder if that's, the cards are trying to tell me that Netflix, actually maybe there was somebody in the upper echelons of Netflix that perhaps Little Miss Muffet pissed off somehow. Surprise villain. Narrow path. Yeah, you know, she's pretty shallow, pretty narrow. Fork in the road. Decisions were made. Decisions were made. Look at all of these are upright. I think it was the desire of a surprise villain, somebody who we wouldn't consider. So perhaps somebody in programming who Meghan, you know, talked down to or bullied or whatnot, knew that they only had this narrow band of opportunity because the contract runs out at the end of September, and decisions were made. Decisions were made. I think they've bookended this particular person. I really do. I think the desire was to end this, just end this whole kind of discussion. And we can see that with the so-called extension of the contract. It's not an extension. It's a brand new contract that's just first dibs. And I think that's only because Netflix wants the divorce or the Diana. That's D, right? Desire, divorce or Diana story. Moment of reflection. Maybe they're like trying to reflect back to her how terrible she is. Moving on up. Moving on up. I wonder if it was somebody who was just recently, like they knew they were going to be leaving that position, moving on up, and because this is a surprise villain, moving on up. Somebody up in the upper echelons of Netflix made the decision to make Meghan Markle look really bad. Wrench in the works. Yeah, you better believe it. Look at all the yellow here. Yellow and the turquoise color. I think that this was done on purpose to make Meghan reflect on how awful she is. And also, you know, to show like, why would we, I think she wants to do a Christmas special or whatever. And they're be like, yeah, no, unless you're paying for it, you know, we'll show it, but that's about it. Rivalry. There's no rivalry here. This was a takedown. This was an absolute takedown. Mistaken identity. I'm going to say that, you know, it's Meghan Markle who's the mistaken identity. That what she was telling everybody she was going to produce absolutely didn't. I'm just making sure you guys can see those. Yeah, I think she oversold herself. She oversold her and Harry, and that's a mistaken identity. Like, she's no Martha Stewart. This is the rivalry, I think, you know, between Gwyneth and Martha, and look at, you could even say something here with Taylor Swift announcing her engagement on the first day. Now, was that in friendship to Meghan? Think about it the other way, right? Oh, dream in reverse. Yeah, dream on. This is somebody's nightmare, actually. I think somebody who, if you look at the color change here in the cards, I think somebody here was blowing smoke up her butt. I think somebody really up in the upper echelons. Is this Ted? Is this Ted? Is he a hidden villain? You know, he keeps blowing, or she keeps blowing. I mean, I'm better edit that out. You know, he keeps going on and on about how she's a rock star, and I'm wondering if this was done on purpose so they can show her the dismal views, the dismal, how it ranked, etc., etc. I think this fork in the road, so I think one of these is like, this is the end, and we'll just do the look-see because we want the divorce. We want the tell-all about the children. We want the divorce. We want the Diana. We don't want any of your mistaken identity that you're a lifestyle guru expert. You've been a nightmare, and now you get to live the nightmare. I think that's what we've got here. All uphill from here, yeah. I'll be absolutely shocked. Mastermind, somebody planned this. Somebody trapped her in their web. And look at how red this is. This was Netflix. Absolutely Netflix showing Meghan how terrible she is. Pride. Close. No help here. Look at that. The clock is ticking. And the worst in reverse. Wow. We absolutely have shut down her little narcissism, pride, like TikTok. You need to be on TikTok, honey. You're not. You're done at Netflix. Go put your crap on Netflix. You'll be really good on Netflix. The worst here in reverse. Go put your stuff on Netflix. TikTok. There you go. Go make your money on Netflix. But we're closed. We're closed. They did that on purpose. They knew it would be canned. They knew it would be panned. They knew she would be slammed, except for where her PR sent out reviews and whatnot. I think they're saying, honey, you deserve, you go be on TikTok. See what you can do there. We'll talk about a fall from grace, from the royal family to doing videos on TikTok. They'll love you on TikTok. You won't be the worst on TikTok. You're the worst on Netflix, but you won't be the worst on TikTok. Off you go. So there you go. They did it on purpose. It was a plan so that they can reflect those numbers back to Meghan, to give her some truth, to tell her what's going on. But unfortunately, they're partners with her in as ever. And I think with this closed here, I'm wondering if that's going to end as well. Time is really ticking out. We've also got I think they're going to take the path and zoom right out of the picture. I think they've bookended her. There she is. She's in between that, and that's a mistake we're going to put away. Now, are they going to continue to take their 10% or give her the 10% or whatever? Probably not for much longer, though. Not for much longer, though. Probably until just the rest of the product is gone. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Please take good care. See you online. Fare thee well.